Hi everybody, my name is Jan Dufour and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live just outside of Louisville, Kentucky. I'm continuing on with my quest to figure out all of the page maps that are in the catalog, the new catalog, the 2024-2025 catalog. I've blown them up, just put them together, numbered them, and right now we're doing 12 and 13. These were really fun. I used a couple of different things. First of all, Labeled with Love. This can be a punch. You can purchase the punch for those people who are into punches. Of course, it's a little bit more expensive when you do it with the punch, but I opted to get both. And when you get the die cuts, there's 3 of them, so you can really speed up. And of course, there's a stamp for it, which I did not use on it this time. For here, I just used the shape to put it in there. But we're using Just For You and Enjoy Today. Let me put that aside. That's called Labeled with Love. I wanted to point out, before I show you what I actually used, to get shapes like circles and squares and stuff, there's a lot of different ones that you can use. Stylish Shapes, deckled circles. If you wanted to do squares, there's deckled squares and countryside corners. All of those would work in a different way, and it would look different, but they are usable if you don't happen to have the set that I used to make these. So the first one, I'm gonna get my stuff out. See if I can do it all without having everything fall down. First of all, when I first used this set, there's some on this side, and there is some on the other side as well. It's a two-sided circle group. And of course, when there's 2 sides in here, it gets really hard to take out. Let me take this out first. Ooh, it's really stuck in there. Oh, don't you love like when things aren't working out? There's the other side. Okay, so they're really nicely decorated. I'm just gonna put this aside now that I've had a fight with it. But these are the circles that they make. So you've got, just let me see if you can see this. Just little impression lines. These have little flowery type things. I don't know. I like this one a lot too. This one's also got the impressions, but they're all kinds of sizes. And so just so I could keep them together and not be too confused, I did them in 2 different colors. I think so these are the same size, but they have a different pattern. So really, you pick one size and that'll fit all of them. So let me put these aside and take out the ones that I actually did. I keep those in there together just so I can put this aside. Just so that I can like play with sizes. And that's what I did. I had to cut them all out, and then I was like, well, no, this one's too big and this one's too small, and I want to stamp something. So I had to play with the different sizes to get the kind of look that I was looking for. Let me get this off my desk, but let me stop and tell you, if you're looking at my video from YouTube and you want a copy of the project sheet that I make with all of my blog entries, then you need to go to stampmesilly.com. If you have any questions or you'd like a free catalog, you can email me at jandufour@yahoo.com. Not giving out my phone number. And then if there's anything that you want to purchase and you don't have a demonstrator, you're welcome to go to jandufour.stampinup.net. Done for the business. All right. So we'll just put this off to the side. So I went ahead of time and I cut after I had decided which ones I wanted. And I'm going to make this one just a hair different, not a lot different. But let's see. Well, I lost the butterfly. There he is. So I am going to stamp the butterfly. Remember, if you watched last week, I said, I'm doing all of these card maps, and I don't think I've done a stamping of anything other than maybe sentiments, which is fine because that goes really quickly. And, our DSP really talks for us. It's definitely beautiful. And then while I'm at it, let's do enjoy today. And I wasn't even sure this was going to make it on there because it's a little bit big, but even if it goes off the page a little bit, it's kind of rounded at the top. Even if it goes off the page, it wouldn't matter, like if the tail came off, but I actually was able to get it on there. Let's close up this. This is a messy one if you stick your finger in the middle of it. Don't want to do that. All right, so you can use dimensionals. I did not. I chose not to, but it's certainly something that you can put on there. I wouldn't put it under all of them simply because, especially if you're mailing them, because they'll get squished and or they cost more money the more weight you add. You have to keep it under an ounce if you don't know the rules. And you have a way of weighing them. Of course, I have a scale because I mail a lot of things out. So put that down the center. And then I like where this is. It looks fine. But I was thinking I would start the circle up a little bit higher. So let me dry fit this and see if I like the way it is. Yeah, I think I wanted more of an offset there. And this one would go, nope, don't like that. This has to go up higher. This has to go over more. And maybe this one over here more. It's a little bit different, but it basically comes out about the same. I guess that's my balance. All right. So then this is going to have to tuck underneath. So I'm going to avoid glue in that little area. Put it everywhere else and put it down like that, just enough so that I can put it on. I am going to bring it up a little higher than I did on this one. That's not going to make a lot of difference, but we'll put this one on, and this one doesn't have to have anything underneath it. Now, if I was really adventurous, I would go ahead and color this. I'm not going to because these are simple, quick cards that I'm trying to do with these page maps. If you recall on one of the videos or many of the videos, I will say, now go and fancy it up. Put DSP behind this so there's more bling. Put some gems on it. Do, whatever you want to do to make it a little bit different from mine. And if it makes you happy, then awesome. There you go. Now this one is not sticking down a little bit because I didn't go right to the edge, and I want to on this little tiny bit, just so it's elevated because it goes up over the real red. So real red, granny apple green, blueberry bushel, and this is crushed curry. And the stamps came out of this labeled with love. All right, there is one card. See how quick that was? Now we're going to do the second card. That's this one. Tearing is coming back in. It used to be really in. I think they called it shabby chic. There was all kinds of scrapbooking that was done with it. A little bit with cards too, but maybe not quite as much. And it's kind of coming back. So, of course, Stampin' Up's on the cutting edge of new stuff, so they've got it in there with one. Now, this one I decided I only wanted space on the two sides and not at the top and bottom. So if you're wondering if I cut the paper wrong, I did not. That's the way I wanted it. And then this and, this and, this is the tag. This one and this one, there's one that's bigger on the project sheet. You'll see it is 1 5/8 by 1. No, that's wrong. Don't pay attention to me because I got it wrong. This is 1 1/4 by 4 and 1 by 4. And that's so that the bigger one is down at the bottom. And for tearing, I say if you want the white to show, that's our colored cardstock is solid all the way through. You will not get white. There's no white. But our DSP has a white core, that it's called. So if you look, when you pull on it, it will tear and leave a white straggly edge. If you don't like that, so to get this, you start, I'm going to start at the bottom and leave about this much. Pull towards you if you like the white. If you don't like the white, then push away from you. I'll do it like that. And you'll see that that one over here, when I push down, doesn't have any white. And then I'm just gradually heading for the top of this one. Every single one you do is going to be different because you're going to cut differently. And don't throw this away because looky, it can make another card. So hang on to it. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Let's start at the bottom. And we're just going to tear. You know, and if you go up like this or tear it off and go, oh, shoot, I didn't want to do that. Now you can't use this for another card, but just go back and do some more. Or if you get a point or something that just looks odd, then go back and do some more tearing. All right, so this one will completely cover the bottom of the Granny Apple Green. I put it right on the bottom. And as you can see, it goes to the edge of the Granny Apple Green. And then there's no depth to this. Last week, we had an elevated with dimensionals that we had to stamp near, so we had to do the stamping first. Do not have to do that with this one because it is straight. But I do want to put it in before I decide where exactly I want to put that. So we'll take this and we will do this. I like to put it straight, so that gives me some help. This is a straight edge, that helps. I'm not using a stamp positioner. If you don't have one and you want a recommendation from me, go to eBay and try to get a Stamparatus. Short of that, if you can't get a Stamparatus, the only thing I'm recommending is the one I made myself, because there are things about two commercial ones I have that I don't like, and I don't badmouth anybody, so I just went ahead and made my own. And as you can see, magnets stick to it because there is a magnet in there. It works really, really well, and it'll cost you about $4 to make. So just go to my blog and search for stamp positioner, and you'll get this plus another L-shaped one, which will do a couple things that the one that I made with the stamp case does not do. The Stamparatus could do it all, which is what I really liked, but there you go. All right, so now we're going to take some real red and get some little presents on there since this is for you. I'm just going to center that without getting my head underneath the camera, hopefully. And there you go. Put that away. Put this away, because I would stick my finger right in there. All right, so I'm going to use the punch so you can see what I did with it. This is like the last piece after I did all of the things I needed to do for both cards. This was left. So that worked out really well. So I made these two cards with just one. Now I could go ahead and cut out the whole one, the punch, because it's big enough. But I'm going to line it up. Let's see. And basically take off that tab piece. So let me line it up here. And so I think you can see I'm leaving off the top tab because I'm not using it. So this is what we get. It's a flat edge with this part here showing the little design, which is the reason why I use the punch. Again, they're trying this out. I think it's really good. If you're looking for inexpensive, then you get the bundle, first of all, for 10% off with the die cuts. And the die cuts are cheaper. They're only $12 and you get 3 of them. So if you don't mind using your die cut machine, this is the way to go. I just bundled it with this, so I got 10% off the more expensive item, and then bought the separate ones to die cut those out. Sometimes I think I'm going to want this, the punch is quicker. Sometimes I'm going to want this though when I'm doing multiples and I'm doing a bunch of them. And I want to do, there's a trick with a Stamparatus and or my stamp positioner where I cut out a whole bunch of blanks, and then I have one thing and I can slide the blank in here and stamp, and I can do that very quickly. So that that comes out really handy. So I don't know, I may always do that. They're trying it out to see what people like. And this month there's an additional 10% off all bundles. So instead of 10% off when you buy a bundle, it's 20% off. So that's way cool. So as you can see, I am lining it up to the top. There you go. Make sure I keep it straight. And so I just have the fanciness down below. I played with where I wanted to put it. I'll put this one over here just for fun. It looks good everywhere. I mean, it didn't really matter to me. I ended up putting it on this side because that's where it had it on the page map. But I think it would look just as good right here. And then, of course, you can dress this up by putting bling on it. You can do more stamping. You know, there are pretty little flowers in here. You could be stamping off on flowers everywhere, or just these little dots make a nice pattern for the background. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. We did card map 12 and 13. Next week, we'll be doing 14 and 15. Those look fairly easy as well. So I might have to do 3 of them. What would happen if I do 3 of them? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. I might be doing 3 of these next time, just so we can speed it up. I hope you enjoy it. Leave a comment down below. Consider subscribing. I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind. Consider subscribing. I post once a week, unless there is a flash sale, which everybody loves. So there you go. Quick cards. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.